Hey, welcome back to Two Super Guys Trade Stocks. I am Dylan.
And I'm Vinny. And today we're going to talk about market technical update, what happened with the jobs report, and some wild Wall Street bets trades because it was a pretty volatile week. And we're going to talk about some people that lost a crap ton of money and some people that printed money like no tomorrow, just printing them tendies.
Not including Dylan.
Two stupid guys trade stocks.
All right. Before we look at this, we're just going to take a quick look at the SPY. This is the weekly chart, so super zoomed out. We're still in this channel, kind of button up against it, seeing what's happening. Let me go to the daily chart. So we had this mad, crazy day of Jerome Powell looking like he's happy. He may do a 0.5 hike. Not really sure. He said depending on the numbers that come out. We then kind of digested that a little bit. And then payroll numbers came out. Way better than what they were thinking it was going to be. What was it, Vinny?
So it was like 263 or 268,000. Economists were expecting 200,000 new jobs to be created last month, and they also upward revised October numbers from like 260 to 280. The kind of worrisome part was the salary number. It was instead of a 0.3% month over month increase, it was 0.6%. So the annualized rate of salary increases in terms of the jobs report was actually, I think, 5.1% as compared to the 4.6%, which is what they were looking for. So overall, the job market is still very healthy, and wage inflation still creates this demand side of the inflation where you can still have kind of this cycle where you're continuing to get higher and higher prices, particularly if you look at the segments that saw job growth. You're talking about a lot of hospitality, which is, people spending money like crazy in terms of trips and that sort of stuff. I know I think it was Norwegian Cruise Line talked about how Black Friday sale was up 20% in terms of cruise volume or prices over 2019 compared to 2019. There's still a lot of demand for luxuries, and
Right.
you're seeing that because the job market's so hot.
And that could mean another 0.75 increase. No, we don't know. Probably not. I'm
Maybe.
hoping so. I'm actually betting my entire life on it. So we're going to take a look at Vinny's, though, because a lot of people lost and made a gross amount of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, when Jay Powell came out and spoke, he said, fuck your puts. Okay. That's exactly what the verbiage was at the Brookings Institute that's exactly what he had
Wow.
to say. Okay. And, this little teaser here of someone that, did exactly that. But this, I know you don't really aren't a big Reddit guy, but I spend some time on there. I go on there almost every day and kind of read through some stuff to give you an idea of some of the degeneracy you see on there. This is a guy that accidentally had $20,000 deposited into his account by TD Ameritrade and didn't realize it until he had lost it all. And his account suddenly reflected a negative balance.
Wait. Okay, yeah, but I mean, this guy didn't even know where 20 grand was, so he's probably sitting pretty well, I would assume. I mean,
Well,
that still sucks. That's,
yeah, you're going to see some of these other trades, but this is basically what he's talking about. He's like, I didn't really realize that $20,000 could accidentally deposit into my account. We did a separate video about what happens when that how that can play out for you. Basically, it's not a monopoly money thing where you get $200 and get the pass go. It does not end well. You have to pay this back, or you go to jail.
yeah, I highly disagree with that, by the way. I just want to be on record. If a bank makes that error, the entire structure of a bank is lending and over lending what they don't have, and for some reason it's legal for them. But if we did it, we're going to prison. So
Yeah,
I think this should be okay. But
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, or you could pick up some Dylan and Vinny bucks down below in the description if you want to contribute to financial shenanigans.
Subscribe button.
Love it. So this is kind of like interesting. So Dylan and I have definitely been very bearish in terms of this downward trend, and especially right now we're playing this bounce of the 200-day moving average, and this is someone that had anticipated a bear market and used puts. And just because they used the puts horribly, as they themselves admit, horrible execution, they managed to lose 95% of their account balance over the last year.
Do do we know what the puts were?
No, I'm sure there were many positions, but they didn't lay out all of them. The general consensus was he lost money on puts over the last year. I'm guessing you had to play with really short-term expiration stuff, and
Yeah, it
yeah,
has to be. And I gotta say, that comment is gold. Only in Wall
yeah,
Street bets can you lose money and puts in a bear market. Yeah, that's not good.
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
Not great.
This is what theta decay does to your portfolio.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, everyone, if you're doing puts, look up theta decay, or just make sure you're putting at least like 5 months on the end of your contract. All right. Otherwise, it's just gambling, to be honest.
I'm a gambler right now, so it's fine. It's totally cool. Anyways, this is another one who's going aggressively. This guy has yet to really kind of, I want to say, reap the rewards of what he's sown. But this is someone who bought $90,000 worth of Apple puts.
Okay.
Yeah, and very short-term expiration. Look at this. He bought them on December 1st, yesterday, and they expire December 23rd. So this is someone that's going to be either homeless or very rich in the next couple weeks.
God, that is. Oh, yeah. All right, we gotta do an update on this, because this is you're also shorting Apple on top of it. You're not even shorting like a crappy company. Well, I mean, if it works,
the American economy,
balls of steel.
But when you inverse Reddit, sometimes you can make some tremendous amount of money here. Okay, so this is someone that had massive aggressive call position, short term, out of the money calls. On the SPY, headed into Jerome Powell's speech on Wednesday at the Brookings Institute. All right. So this is someone that took advantage of that big, sexy green bar that Dylan showed us a little while ago. So look at this. This is a one-day chart. It was mostly flat. Then as Powell started to talk and the market took off, the value of these calls just absolutely skyrocketed.
Do we know the vehicle, what he did?
Yeah. SPY. Calls expiring today, 12/2, at a 413 strike.
Please tell me he sold, because
we don't know yet.
Oh my God! Please sell, Jesus, because now it's worthless.
Yeah, exactly. At the close of today, it would be worthless. The funny part is, moderator here chimes in with, if it's good enough to screenshot, don't forget it's good enough to close, and that's something that I need to remember as well. Right? If it's got a big, pretty green, sexy bar like this, you make 1,400% in a day. You need to close that damn position. All right. It looks like they had maybe taken some off the table, because they have a little bit of buying power here. But as of a few minutes ago when we were recording this, I checked and there was no update from the OP yet. So many people here chiming in saying like, "Hey, did you close? What'd you close with? Huh? Did you close at a profit, or did you absolutely get destroyed as the theta decay just ate it alive?"
I would agree with you on the buying power, but this is Robinhood. As soon as you just even have unrealized gains that are significant, they start throwing money at you. So that doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
Fascinating. That's a little scary.
Yeah.
My actual one in here too. Well, basically, I'm flat on my in the money cover calls. Credit spreads. I rolled one out to December 9th, and I have a December 23rd, and then I have the January 23rd. I think it is January 2023. So I still have my positions on, and it is basically flat from the massive down day we had on Wednesday. So I'm basically right now, my maximum loss, I think, would be another $400, something like that. And my maximum gain is about like 3,000.
Okay. All right. Here's to hoping. Mine are still quite far out. I have like 8 puts that are very, very far out. Half of them are 2024 June, half are 2023 June. Still sitting. Honestly, I want to sell the 23s and just take the loss, to be honest. But we still haven't broke the trend line, so I can't. I'd be so mad at myself if I didn't stick to my rules. So
you could give yourself another week on those, huh?
I don't have a choice. I can't sell. It's how
I get it.
Here's the deal. Let's say I think I'm down like on the 2023 ones like $3,000, and then if it has another update, I'd be down like 3,500. But if it works, then I'm up 15.
Yeah.
So, and I gotta follow my rules. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's shitty.
There's a reason why you follow rules, man, and I agree. It's really it's super tempting right now because it's right on the kind of cusp. But we have to wait and see if it depicts a definitive direction before we make our moves.
Yeah. Well, I kind of want to say I hope something bad happens, but I don't want to say that. So, all right, guys.
Catch you the next one.
Have a good one.